Hello everybody, John12 back here again with another video, and I'm here to give you my official review for Dragon Ball Super Episode 25. If you haven't seen this episode, please go check it out because this review may contain spoilers. But that being said, let's get into Dragon Ball Super. Now, first off, I know I'm a little late to reviewing this episode. To be granted, I haven't really reviewed that many Dragon Ball Super episodes as of late, mostly due to the fact that my Sundays have been very hectic because of the holidays, not to mention I've been extremely tired because of the holidays, and on top of that, the Resurrection F Saga, or as I like to call it, the Frieza Saga 2.0, has been really uneventful, boring, and just overly drawn out. I think that's the best way I can put it. I know a lot of people have been very enjoying it, which is awesome, and I know I have been getting a shit ton of comments from people saying like, oh no, the Resurrection F Saga is really good, you don't know anything, the movie sucked, whatever. I don't know what to say to that. All I know is that I really want to see the ending of the saga so we can get to some original content. That's the best way I can really show my personal feelings for the Resurrection F Saga. But with that being said, we finally got some pretty epic episodes, actually. I mean, last week wasn't really the best week. I think the episode was alright. I think the showing of the Super Saiyan Blue was pretty interesting. I thought it was nice how they ended it off with that. But at the end, it wasn't really the most epic of episodes. This one, however, regardless of anything I stated prior in this video, this episode was really good. It was very well done and very well crafted. I think that's the best thing I can say. I mean, the animation was great, the artwork was great, and overall it just continues the storyline that we already know how it's going to end. Of course, Goku becomes Super Saiyan Blue, he faces off against Frieza, but before that, Frieza reveals his new transformation because, let's be honest, Frieza is the definitive master of ultimate transformations. I mean, he has a dozen of them. I mean, hell, we might as well see a Golden Freeza Part 2, for fuck's sake. Who the hell knows? But at the end, we got to see Golden Freeza for the first time, and of course, they go on their full assault. Goku versus Frieza, once again, the longest 5 minutes of my life, relived for the dozenth time. Not that I'm complaining, kinda, but at the end of the day, it was really good. I think the best thing I can say is that someone with some foresight actually developed an episode with some actual storyboards. I think that's the best way I can put it, because with this saga alone, it feels like the creators behind Super don't really know how to create a well-crafted episode. I think that's the best way I can put it without being overly disrespectful to fans who enjoy Dragon Ball Super, but that's like the best way I can put it. Like, every episode feels like they just made that episode the day prior. Like, it always feels like a last-minute kind of episode that they just put in there because of time restraints and lack of money. That's how the Super episodes have been as of late. This episode, however, felt like they had some time on their hands and they did some actual work and they actually put some thought and process into the episode. I mean, even the way they angle the shots and how they, use time and how they pace things and how they, overall create depth and tone, I think was very well done in this episode. I mean, like, there's large sections of time where, of course, Goku and Frieza are fighting and, of course, talking to each other and seeing everyone on ground zero, if you will, looking up at them. Like, those shots are extremely awesome. They're just really great shots, and they don't really do justice over time. I think the episode definitely loses its flavor at the last, like, 8 to 10 minutes mark, but overall it's still a really good, well-crafted episode, and it was really fun and entertaining. And of course, hands down, my favorite parts have to be the Jocko and Bulma parts. I mean, if I had to be perfectly honest, over the last several episodes that we've gotten, my favorite parts have been the Bulma Jocko stuff. I mean, the Bulma Jocko stuff have been phenomenal and hilarious. I mean, they're back and forth, and Jocko with the freaking picture camera trying to get shots of Beerus and Frieza in the fight, and Bulma just trolling his ass, and it was just fun. And based off what's been going on between the two in the manga, the companion manga, I can't wait to see more of their stuff. I mean, their shenanigans and the adventures and jokes that they go on are awesome. I can't wait to see more, and they just kill me in these episodes. But that being said, there's not really anything else that's really happening other than the epicness of seeing Champa again. I don't know if anybody really was talking about that, but yeah, we got to see Champa and Vados again in this episode, which was really great and enjoyable. And granted, we didn't really expect them to really appear again. We saw them previously in an episode way back before the saga started, and it was really cool and enjoyable to see them there, because in the manga we've already gotten major developments with them, but on the series we haven't really seen that much of them. But this is their second appearance on the show, when we got to see them face to face with Beerus and Whis, and that was just epic and awesome. I mean, I love their dialogue together. I love their back and forth together. It was really good payoff for fans of the manga companion series, and of course the overall arc that's soon to come, which is the Universe 6 arc. And seeing as how this is obviously foreshadowing that arc, I say kudos to whoever thought that through. I mean, like, granted, it happened very differently in the companion manga, but with that being said, it still had a great payoff, because we know it's going to come, and to see them just come out of nowhere unexpectedly as a really good twist in this episode was really nice. It did a lot of ground breaking stuff, and of course it did a lot of world building stuff for the Dragon Ball universe, and I think that's just phenomenal. And moving off of that, other things that happened, really interesting stuff, nothing really explosive or epic. I feel like, once again, the Goku versus Frieza fight has been overly drawn out. I don't feel like it's really being properly used. I mean, like, granted, in the movie, you have this idea of, like, okay, Goku's just trying to fight him for the fun of it, and of course, when the ending comes, where we have that despicable, stupid-ass ring beam thingamajig, it obviously falls on their faces, and it's stupid and it's idiotic. However, Goku will win. He's stronger than Frieza. He's free. I don't care how many training sessions he had with, Tagomo or whatever the fuck his face was, but it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Goku's superior to Frieza in every which way. So to have this fight overly drawn out, I think was a bad move on their parts. I feel like they should have just breezed right through this shit, just to have the pacing like match the manga companion series. Not to mention the fact that I personally want to see the Universe 6 saga already, so I wish we can just move on from there. But whatever, what are you gonna do? It's the anime show, and they want to draw out every single panel, every single word, every single piece of dialogue Toriyama or whoever else is involved with the creation of the show puts in. So I understand that, I fully understand it, but I just don't agree with it, and I wish they can just breeze through this already, because we already know how it's going to end. Frieza will lose. It's not like he's going to fucking suddenly kill Goku and kill Vegeta and everyone's going to die. That's not going to happen. We already know that. He will lose, I mean, granted, they might change something, like maybe Vegeta will actually kill him this time, but that's also very doubtful. But it's just like, come on, just let it go already. I mean, you're not going to beat Goku, and to have that ending where, like, Goku's on the ground, getting kind of beaten by Frieza a little bit there, was also kind of like, okay, whatever, who cares? We already know it's just irrelevant and stupid, but what are you going to do? And also, we didn't really get to see that much great abilities from both of these transformations. That's another thing that I really haven't had the chance to really discuss, which is, when are we going to get to see the full extent of the Super Saiyan Blue transformation? Now, granted, with the developments of the training sessions between both Frieza and Goku, we get the understanding that they have been training in these transformations for some time now. Goku and Vegeta had time to train with the God Key, if you will, in that chamber that Whis put them in for some time, to really control their powers and really control God Key and become these Super Saiyan Blues, if you will. But I want to know the logistics of it. Like, I want to know what they can really do in these Super Saiyan Blue transformations, and I feel like they're not really doing that. They're just doing the same thing they did in the movie, which is, I'm just more powerful and strong. It's just a hair color name change or whatever. Like, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan blah, 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 blah. That's all I kind of hear, and I don't want to hear that. I want to hear something actually good, which is, Goku can do this now because of Super Saiyan Blue, or Vegeta can do this now, or Frieza can do this now because of Golden Frieza. You know, I want to hear that kind of stuff, and we're not really getting that with the show yet. Hell, we haven't even got that with the manga yet. I mean, like, the manga, the companion show, we've seen them do some cool stuff. We've seen them train for a long time, long stretches of time in their Super Saiyan Blue transformation states, but I want to know the logistics of it. Like, what can they really do now that they're gods? Or demigods, or semi-god, or whatever the hell you want to call them. I want to know what they can really do. What's the extent of these new Super Saiyan God transformations? That's what I really want to know. Hopefully we get that soon with the anime or the companion series. Hopefully with the new tournament, with the Universe 6 team, we will get that. But we'll have to wait and see. But overall, the episode as a whole, I really enjoyed it. Even though the ending portion of the episode was very overly drawn out and I didn't really care for it, not to mention the ending kind of sucked. Everything else prior to that was awesome. I mean, the action was great, the fighting was pretty good, the animation and artwork was really good. It definitely held up. The comedy between Jocko and Bulma was priceless. I've been loving their friendship and back and forth these few episodes, not to mention what they've been doing in the manga has been also hilarious. And overall, I can't wait to see what happens in future episodes. And hopefully, and also Champa showing up and, you know, trolling Beerus, freaking awesome. I did not expect that one moment. I really hope we get more stuff like that in future episodes. I mean, like, inevitably it has to, because considering the fact that the Frieza saga is practically almost over, but, you know, I want it to be more like that. Like, I want it to be more like a big giant surprise. Like in the manga, you read the manga companion series by Totaro, and you think, oh, it's gonna happen like that. No, like right out of nowhere, they're flying to Earth to go eat ice cream with Bulma or whatever, and watch Goku and Frieza fight, and Frieza get all freaked out because of seeing Beerus for the first time. But no, like, they have to stop their horses and just see, like, oh shit, Vados and Champa are here? What the heck are they doing here? Like, that was awesome, and I want to see more visits from Champa and Vados like that. And also, we got to hear their voices again, and their voices are really good. I love the voice talents for Champa and Vados. I think they really sound very nice in comparison to Whis and Beerus, and I like how different he sounds in comparison to Beerus, especially Champa, because Champa, he has a really nice menacing voice that's very different from Beerus, and I like that, and I really enjoy that. But overall, at the end of the day, my final verdict for the episode is a solid 8 out of 10. It was a good, solid, enjoyable episode. It's definitely one of my favorite episodes of the saga thus far, in my personal opinion, and I think it was the most well-crafted episode. Granted, the last, 8 to 10 minutes were kind of crappy, but in the end, everything else was awesome. The comedy was great. The action was pretty good. The artwork and animation was good. The music, the tone was really nice. Seeing Champa and Vados again was really cool. And I can't wait to see the future episodes. But that being said and done, let me know what you personally think in the comment section below. What are your personal thoughts on this saga? What are your personal thoughts on this episode? Did you enjoy the episode? Did you hate the episode? What are your personal thoughts on Golden Frieza versus Super Saiyan Blue Goku and so on and so forth? And of course, what are your personal thoughts on the manga? I mean, the manga has been developing like crazy. I know it's been going a little too fast for some people, but for me, I love it. And we're right there at the cusp. We're right there at the beginning of the tournament. We got the reveal of the Universe 6 team members. We got to see the world's strongest, or the most strongest character Beerus has ever faced. We got to see Zuno. We got to see all these new characters and the history of the Super Dragon Balls. Like, oh my god, the manga has been killing it, and the artwork has also been really good too. And plus, come on, that training sequence between Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta, oh my god, that was a really nice throwback. So, but that being said and done, please check out the manga, please check out the anime. Stuff are really developing nice. I don't know what to expect with this week's episode. I really don't know if it's going to be great or not, because of the teaser hasn't really impressed me. But regardless, I really enjoyed this particular episode, so we'll have to wait and see from there. But that being said, follow me on Instagram, @Jonch12. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I hope you guys enjoyed, and this has been Jonch12. And this is also going to be, ironically enough, the last episode of Dragon Ball Super of 2015, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I guess that makes sense as to why it was so well crafted, because this is technically the last episode of 2015. So, kudos there. But that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and this has been Jonch12.